Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. We're so excited to see our good friend Peggy Scott with the American Heart Association and Gretchen Clyburn, who is here with us, who is also a survivor, which we're so glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So great to be here.
Yes.
And
Yes, for sure.
You got some stuff going on, the CPR Mobile Clinic.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
On Thursday, it's a mobile CPR tour. It is a nationwide event. They started on the East Coast, and they're coming across the country. And on Thursday, we will be at OTC campus set up there from 10 to 2, offering free training sessions. And they're really a lot of fun. There's singing, there's dancing. You guys would love it.
Oh, perfect.
We would love it.
I'm in.
Yeah, exactly. So the reason you want to teach people how to do this, the CPR, and you're talking, it's just mainly with the hands.
Right, it's a two-step process. We call it, one, call 911, and then two, begin compressions to about 100 to 120 beats per minute, which the song Staying Alive is closely associated with that.
That's what I know from.
Wow.
I'm telling you, you learn a lot from TV shows, and one of my favorite TV shows is The Office. And they were getting CPR training, and they were going, staying alive, staying
And
alive.
it's funny, but it's true.
But,
It's true.
But that helps us because we all know that song. That helps us really know what kind of rhythm to do there.
Right. There's a lot of other songs that kind of fit that bill, and Baby Shark is one of those songs as well. So, you know, it's kind of if you're this generation and you've got little kids or something.
I try to block that song
Yeah,
out.
I don't know nothing about Baby Shark.
I block it out. I block that song out.
I hear it all the time at home.
So, Gretchen, you are a survivor. Can you tell us a little bit about your story and what happened to you and how you survived?
Absolutely. So in 2014, I was running in my second half marathon, and it was a beautiful day. We were running well ahead of our normal pace, and shortly after we passed mile marker 9, I collapsed from a cardiac arrest. Now, we had no reason to expect that that would happen, and quickly the people around me, the bystanders around me, chose to stop what they were doing and started performing CPR on me, and performed CPR on me for over 20 minutes while we waited for the ambulance to find us. I had collapsed on a sidewalk in a park, and so it took quite a while for the emergency personnel to find us. And while these people were performing CPR on me, they were actually looking at each other thinking, she's never going to make it. But they did not stop performing CPR. They kept doing it until the ambulance got there. They were able to restart my heart, took me to the hospital, put me in a medically induced coma to give my brain time to heal from the trauma. And as you can see today, those bystanders saved my life that day.
That is great. I love that people are learning how to do this. And when you think of CPR, sometimes you think of the, breathing into someone's mouth and that sort of thing too. Just this one thing can help.
Absolutely.
Yes, can help, and that's great. So I am curious. Now, did they find something wrong? Is there something going on with your heart that you weren't aware of?
Yes, so I was diagnosed with an electrical problem, which is a long QT syndrome. And so after the fact, I was diagnosed with that, which is something that you often hear of, sudden death. You hear of athletes. So again, just knowing CPR can certainly give you the opportunity to potentially save the life of someone that you know and love. So it's really good to know CPR and to be able to not be afraid to go ahead and start CPR and continue it until emergency personnel get there.
And that's key. And Peggy, we were talking about this in the commercial. Even Kelly was like, I'm afraid I'll do something wrong.
Yeah.
It's better to do something than nothing.
Correct, for sure. And that is what we're trying to do, is educate people so that they have that knowledge when the time comes, if something happens, because 350,000 cardiac arrests occur outside of a hospital every year.
Wow.
And of those, 90% of those people do not survive. But if you get CPR, it's 2 to 3 times more likely that you will survive.
That's fantastic. And don't give up. I mean, it was 20 minutes for you, so just keep going until you can get help there.
So, Gretchen, I want to ask you back to your story. So you were running. Did anything trigger right before? Do you remember feeling something? Like, was there any kind of warning right before? So if somebody were to experience this, is there something you can tell them?
Unfortunately, in my case, I don't remember the event specifically.
Okay.
And all I told my running partner was that I needed to slow down. So I might have been short of breath, but I had just ran 9 miles, so you would expect that. But I did not have, was not aware of any symptoms that pre-ceased that.
Okay. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
so interested in this.
Yeah.
So now, is that something that if you had had a checkup, they could have found, or is...
An electrical issue like that is very hard to identify ahead of time, unfortunately.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And Peggy, when it comes to heart disease, does it affect men or women more?
You know, it's the #1 killer for men and women.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, sometimes we talk about the specific symptoms of the elephant on the chest and the pain down the arm and stuff. And if you see that for men or women, you know, obviously you need to go right away and get assessed. But I think that sometimes women's symptoms are a little bit different than men's. But, you know, with a cardiac arrest, a lot of times that is not a heart attack. So there's a
Okay.
difference between a
Okay.
heart attack and a cardiac arrest. And cardiac arrest occurs lots of times without warning.
Scary.
Oh, okay.
Lots of times without warning.
That is scary. So Peggy, tell us again,
Yeah.
the event's
Yeah.
coming up.
Yes, it's Thursday at OTC campus, and if you go to our Facebook page, we have an event page within that, so the American Heart Association Missouri, and then we have a Facebook event page, and you can go there. You can also go to our website, heart.org, and search for Springfield, Missouri, and then it'll bring up events that are occurring.
Okay.
Because the website's a little long to register. It
Right.
is free, but you know, if you register, it'll save time that day.
Oh, I
a little
see.
bit.
Okay.
So, you know,
And it's so important for people to understand this.
Yes.
And as you know, Gretchen, your life was saved. And we're glad you're here.
I know,
Glad
we're
you're
so
okay.
glad, Gretchen.
Yes.
We're so glad. What
Yeah.
a great
Yes.
story. And
you.
her
Yeah.
story is showing you can make a difference. If something like that happens, don't be afraid to jump in
Yeah.
and do something.
Do something.
Do something.
Right.
Thank you
Yes.
guys so
Thank
much.
you, Peggy.
we
Great to
appreciate
see
this
you.
Of
opportunity.
course, of course.
Thank you
you.
both. All right, coming up, Kaylee has some consumer news for you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
No, your story is like, it just...
It is. I
oh,
have so many questions.
I know. It's amazing. We're just so thankful you're here, and they never gave up.